Well, well, well. Here we have a ridiculously gorgeous 1968 Czechoslovakian Consul Model 232. This is a machine that I had bought when I first realized that I was in love with torpedoes and wanted to use one of those for my daily writing machine at home on my desk. And I wanted a portable that had the same key layout. But torpedoes have a little bit of an odd key layout. Not odd, but uncommon. In that they have the margin release right over here, just underneath the backspace. And that's exactly what we have on the Consul. And this is the only ultra portable that I've found that has that layout. And they have such a great feel to them. And they're just pretty little machines. Really, really are. They got a nice snappy feel to the keys, and they're concave with a little texture to them, which is something else that I've not ever found on another typewriter. I mean, it might have been possible on some of the later machines, but you know, this is one of the newest machines that I have at 1968. I think my only other newer machine would be a 1969 Adler Tippa, and it doesn't have keys like this. It's kind of cool the way they have the key tops arranged. I don't know if you can make this out or not. Probably not. But the angle of the key top face changes as you go through the scale of the fingerboard, so that as you're reaching up to the higher keys, they grip your finger a little more easily, and the lower keys are the exact opposite direction, you know, so the whole thing feels really natural on your fingers. Got basic controls. Got your carriage release right here, and got your paper release right there. Little paper bail. Got both your margins right there. And this is the release for your paper rest. And you'll notice that the paper rest is mounted directly to the paper tray, the eraser table or paper table, whatever. You know, different manufacturers call it different things, but it all does the same thing, which is run up underneath the platen and hang out with your feed rollers. You know, I braced my fingers in there and then do that, because otherwise it tends to get caught on your margin selector right there. The left-hand side here, we got our index selector right there. But you got a 3-position index selector, which is kind of nice. 1, 1.5, and 2. And clever little arrangement for centering the carriage for when you go to put it in its case. And did I mention the case? Because look at this case. But we'll get back to the case. So also here on the left-hand side, you'll notice this big crazy silver guy inside of your knob, right? And that is your index release. No clicky. Clicky. Very similar to the arrangement on the Groma Calibri or the Gromina. They have a slightly thinner wheel on the Groma. But it's the same principle, you know, just increases tension right in there around the indexing, and otherwise it releases it. So how does it type? Well, let's do a little type test with it. 1968 Consul Model 232, serial number 8232522251. And the way they have the serial numbers done up, you'll notice my page is a little different than normal. The first, you know, if it's a post-1960 machine, the first digit is the last year. You know, it's the last digit of your year, so it begins with an 8, so this is 1968. The next bit is your model number. It's Model 232. There's your actual serial number, 522251. So, quick type test. Paper load's nice and smooth on this one. Platen's a bit hard, but the feed rollers grab really well. Single color ribbon vibrator on that. It's not a bichrome. It's just, I mean, would they just call it a chrome? I don't know. Got a blue ribbon in there, just to match the blue. Cause why not? I have it. I should. So here we go. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. Very nice print on this thing too. Type's a pica typeface, 10 characters per inch, which is what I like because, you know, my eyesight ain't what it used to be. Now is the time for all good men to come to the aid. Whoa, not I aid. Come to the X out of that. Aid of their country. There's my marketing release. PRY. Pretty slick, man. It's really clean inside. It's really clean everywhere. And the way that we got the bottom done on these, the base plate has this nice kind of shimmery, weird hammer tone texture to it, and it shows up inside as well. Feet are in good shape. Whole thing's in good shape. Oh, I gotta get that seated right. There we go. So the case, oh yeah, the case. Because it's so cool. Totally unique latch. Doink, you do that, and it opens up. Got the original manual, little fold-out pamphlet doodad. Which is always nice to have. I need to scan it and make a PDF. A little buffer rag and a piece of tissue paper. So the inside of the case has got a nice complementary blue to the machine, and you got nice little pads that sit up there. And honestly, you could just as easily do the case the other way too, but the latch is a lot more awkward that way. And I think that's probably the easiest way to do it. So, part of what makes the case so cool is the strap on it. Because you'll notice it has these guys that go all the way down. Undo the snaps. Pull them up. And suddenly you can carry it like a, you know, on your shoulder instead of having to carry it with your hands. Which, man, after slugging through the airport with a typewriter stuck in my hand, oh, that shoulder strap is so nice. So anyway, there you go. 1968 Consul 232. I call it Bundy because of the little tag there, the Bundy Typewriter Company in Philadelphia, Washington. Quite a beauty. Whole bunch of blue.